What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we take on Porto away from home in the league and Inter Milan in the Champions League at home in the last game of the group stage, knowing with a win or a draw, we will top the group. So two pretty big matches considering how good Porto's doing in the league currently. We have 2 games in hand over them, but even if we won both games in hand, they're still ahead. So a win here would be massive. A loss, also massive. We actually haven't played any games since I last saw you. The last game we played was that thrashing against Benfica. And because of that thrashing and Benfica's poor start to the season, they've sacked their manager. They literally just sacked their manager. That seems a little harsh, especially with how good they've been over the past 4 years. Like, they've only won one league title in those 4 years, but like last year we were unbeaten, and it still almost came down to the last day they did so well. And, the first 2 years we won it, they were right there with us every single time. So, yeah, it feels a little harsh, but, they are out of the European spots, but they have 2 games in hand over a lot of teams in the European spots. So, yeah, I feel like with those games in hand, it's very harsh for them to be sacking their manager right now, but also feels a little bit good to make Benfica sack their manager. Literally, because we beat them. I like it. So, since there's no games that we played since last episode, we're going to get right into team selection. We're going with a little bit of rotation, but still, it has to be pretty strong. Porto are on some ridiculous form, and this game is extremely important. So it's going to be a strong squad. Obviously, we've got a couple injuries. Malagusto, we saw got injured last match. He's out for another month. Escaio has been out for a little bit. He's out for a little bit more than a month and a half or so. And Polinia's still not fit. So Ampadu's going to start in that defensive midfield role. Birmingham Hansen's going to start at left back. I think I'm going to start Tellez in the Inter match, so... yeah, I thought I'd give Birmingham Hansen this game. Dyer's going to have to start at right back. Francis is going to come in at center back. I feel like he's been doing really well, so I don't think there's a huge drop-off between Ruan and Franjic. So I think he can start this match. We're going with a midfield partnership of Sensi and Gonzalez. Santos is going to start at attacking midfield. He's had a really good league season so far this year. So is Tabata, but I feel perfectly comfortable starting Nuno Santos right now. And up top, we're going with the strike partnership of Sorloth and Sesko. And for the past couple of years, it's been our starting number one strike partnership. I don't know if that's the case anymore. Sorloth has had a decent league season so far, but DK has been really good. And Sorloth has been terrible in the Champions League. Like, absolutely terrible. And DK has been really good. So, at least for the Champions League, DK is going to be the starter. So, Sorloth is going to get this game. He's done well in the league, so hopefully it'll lead to another good performance today. And Sesko, obvious must start. He already has 20 goals. He's a freak of nature. He's so freaking good. We can't not play him. So he's starting up top today. And that's the team. In terms of instructions or anything, I'm going to play exactly the way we play. Obviously, Porto are on a good run. They're a really good team, but we've played this before against them and it's done well. So I still think we can still get something today playing this, even away from home. See if it's the case. We all know how much these games against our rivals matter. It won't be easy, but make sure you give it everything. We've been putting in some pretty good, full 90-minute performances recently. We're going to need that again today. First highlight's going to be a corner, 1.5 minutes in. Inacio, great start. We are kind of corner merchants at this moment. We've scored like our third or fourth in the past 3 games, and Inacio is the one that gets this one. Nuno Santos to take the corner. Usually it's Tabata. He's not in the game right now, so Nuno Santos takes it, and a good header by Inacio. We get an early lead. And now Porto are going to look to match it. They have a corner of their own. Gundogan's actually looking to get on the end of it. If we let Gundogan score a header from a corner, I would have been a little disappointed. But they still have the ball. They're going to look to go out wide to, I think that's Lucas Torreira. Maybe look to see if he can get a ball in. He goes back to Mbemba, back to Torreira. He finds a ball in. They win the header, but it just goes over. After an early start, this game's really chilled out. We have another corner, and we have another corner goal. I think near post corners might be OP again, because we've scored like 4 or 5 of them now in quick succession. Sensi takes the corner this time, and Inacio again wins the header. Very good header off the inside of the far post. And now we have a 2-goal advantage. And it looks like we're going to carry that 2-goal advantage into the second half. It's not been super one-sided so far. We've got 2 corner goals, but Porto have had chances, not super high-quality chances, but chances. 1 half chance. We've had 2 half chances, 1 clear-cut chance. They've had all the possession, but they've not done a lot with it. I just don't want us to throw this away from here. We're in a good spot. We just need to defend well in the second half, and I'd still like to get a goal or two. I mean, 2-goal advantage, they can definitely come back. 3 or 4, and I'd feel a little bit more confident. That was a good first half display. Make sure you focus now and see this match through to the end. Porto were a little comfortable just to hold on to the ball that first half. That's not going to be the case the second half. They're going to be pushing to get a few goals back. So be prepared and continue to take your chances. So is our right back position just cursed or what? Because 1 minute in the second half, and now Eric Dyer is injured. It's a good thing we had 4 right backs that are of a decent level, because if not, we would be starting some under-19s players at this point. We're getting so many injuries. Actually, we had 5 right backs who can play. Like Dyer, now out. Estadio, out. Gusto, out. All of them pretty significant. Hopefully Dyer's isn't, but knee injury, that could be pretty bad. Now the best right back we have available in our team is Daniel Weigl, the regen. Hope he's prepared, because he's going to play some big matches. 82 minutes in, this half has been all Sporting so far. Porto should be desperate to get a goal, but they've only had 2 shots in the second half. We've had 6. So we probably should have scored at least 1, but Porto don't look like scoring. I've got 2 subs left to make. I'm going to make one of them now. I think Pedro Gonçalves is going to come off. Ooh, wow. Ampadu's played a 6.2. I did not see that. Yeah, I feel like he has to come off. Even though Gonçalves is tired and not playing particularly well, 6.2 and on a yellow. That is not what I want to see. In terms of the substitution, if the strongest sub I can make would be moving Franjic to Anchorman and bringing on Ruan. But with a 2-goal advantage, with Porto not having done anything, I kind of would rather have Manuel Ugarte get the game time. So I'm actually going to bring in Manuel Ugarte, play that defensive mid role. He can do it fine. Now, hopefully we can hold on from here, because we like to concede late goals. I don't want to see that again today. 4 minutes left of added time. In their pursuit to get a goal, Porto have gone 3 at the back. Can somebody explain that to me? That doesn't seem like the move. I mean, they've got wide center backs, so they are looking to be a little bit aggressive, but I feel like you should bring on more attackers, not more center backs. Whatever. We got our last sub to make. Not much time left. I think I can actually sub Pedro Gonçalves now. Obviously, Sesko, another player I'd like to take off. Actually, I might just take off Sesko. Sesko would be the bigger loss, obviously. I do not want another injury, but if Sesko got injured, we would not be in a good position. He is carrying the team at this point. Gonçalves is very good, but I feel like we have more dominant midfield options than we do dominant striker options. So I'm going to bring in DK. Sesko is going to get a rest. Going to just not get injured. That's the most important thing. I'm going to stay with you for the end of this match. This is probably just a highlight because I'm making a change, but who knows? It's going to start with us at least. Weigl down this right-hand side. Going to cut inside a little bit. Oh my, that is not great by Weigl, but he gets it back. I mean, he is only 18, so it's hard to expect him to be perfect in a match away from home against the team that's dominated the league so far this year. Sesko, before he goes off, has a chance to score, and he doesn't take it. Probably going to see the corner, though. And we will. 3 minutes left. Cincy to take it. Inacio looking for his hat trick. Not quite. All right, 2 minutes left. That should be it. Our unbeaten run over the past 2 years is going to continue. This is probably the biggest threat we had, at least in the league. I mean, that's not to say any mid-table team can't beat us, but Porto away, with the form they're in, I thought this would be a lot tougher than it was. We kind of dominated them. That's a good result. This is a close-fought rivalry. Well done. Obviously, I'd prefer if we take a few of our chances in that second half, but your defensive display was fantastic. I can't understate how big of a win this was today. Well done. That was a really impressive performance, even considering your recent form, right? Everyone's playing well, giving 100%, and we deserve to win this match. Despite only having 35% possession, you've still managed to win. Did you intend to allow Porto quite so much of the ball? They may have seen more of the ball, but I don't remember our goalkeeper having too many saves to make. Possession's all well and good, but ultimately, it's about putting the ball in the back of the net, and we did that today. That win actually means that with 2 games in hand, we control our destiny now. If we win both our games in hand, we top Porto. So that is a huge win. Porto have been amazing so far this season, and yet it looks like we're still going to be top of the table as long as we don't, halt this run we've been on. Inacio, obviously man of the match with his 2 goals from corners. Well done. And Dyer, if he's out a month, like the other 2 right back injuries, we are kind of in a right back crisis right now. If it's like a week, we can make it work. If it's a month, it's going to be a little difficult. Please don't be bad. Month and a half. Can we play like a formation without a right back? I don't know. But we might need to. And now we've got to play Inter. And our only healthy right back is, where is he? Gonzalo Estevez. 2-star current ability. Hasn't developed basically at all since we've been here. His crossing, I think, is like the only thing that's gone up. It was at 10, it's now at 12. So it's developed decently well, but his defensive attributes haven't moved. His physical attributes maybe a little bit, but mentals maybe a little bit, but nothing significant. And he's going to have to start a huge Champions League group stage match against Inter. Not ideal. So it is time to play Inter Milan, and I'm going to be taking a few risks. First, I'm going to try out this 3 at the back. We haven't played it yet. Literally haven't played a second of it yet. But the whole reason I made this tactic was against teams of this caliber. This is the home leg, which gave me some consideration, but I still think I'm going to at least try it out. Even if we lose, we still go through to the knockout. So, this is probably as risk-free a game as you can get in the Champions League against a team of that kind of caliber. So, yeah, I'm going to go with it. And Ignacio Ruan and Francic are going to start at the back. The other risk I'm taking is I'm going to start Ampadu at right wing back. I just don't trust Estevez. He's gotten a little bit of game time over the past couple of years, and he's never impressed. And he's just not very good. Ampadu doesn't know the position, like at all. He doesn't even know right back. But he's kind of got the attributes for it. Not the best crossing and dribbling, but solid. He's good on the ball. And mostly, he's a good defender. He's fast, too, so I think he can do the role pretty well. Estevez just can't defend. 11 marking, 11 tackling. 13 positioning's decent, but I just trust Ampadu more. So even though he's playing out of position, I'm going with Ampadu. Tella is starting a left wing back. Tabata's going to start as that roaming playmaker next to Plania in the middle, who's back from injury, and Gonzalez. And up top, we're going with the DK Sesko partnership. On the bench, we don't actually have any center backs on the bench because, we're starting Ampadu at right wing back, and Dyer's injured. So I think we'll be okay, though. If we need to take off a center back and we want to stay with this 3 at the back, Ampadu or Plania can both play center back. And we've got players that can replace them on the bench. Not the strongest bench I've ever had. Estevez on there, Ugarte on there. But other than that, we've got some game changers on there. Bergman, Johannesson, Sensi, Nuno Santos. I don't know where I'd play Nuno Santos, though. I guess, yeah. I don't expect Nuno Santos to make an impact unless we have to change formation. But hopefully this works. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. We literally haven't tried it. So this is going to be a learning experience. These fans turn up through thick and thin. Remember that as you go out there today. We're trying something a little bit different. But I wasn't happy with our performance last time out against Inter. We got a decent result, but the actual performances weren't up to standard. I think this change can give us an advantage. But expect a hard-fought 90 minutes. Both teams come to this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? It's a big challenge, but hopefully one we're up for. The first goal is crucial, right? We like to play with positivity and make sure we're giving ourselves the best chance of a win. Sporting were impressive last time out against Porto. How do you carry that form into this match? It's all about momentum. The more we can put together, the better. Alright, let's see what their form is. We're 5 in a row. Obviously, we've won 13, 14, or 15 in a row, something like that. So, the best run in my time here. Inter, also doing quite well. 4 wins in a row, and that's a pretty strong squad. They're playing the 4-4-2. We're matched up with our 5 at the back. I'm not sure how that matches up really, but hopefully we can at least get a draw. 27 minutes in, and so far, so good for us. Inter have only had 1 shot. We've had 6 with 2 on target. So we got off to a very good start. That's good to see. I actually do think our 3 at the back will do pretty well against their 2 strikers. I think this is better against a 2-striker formation, especially with a team of that quality, with the strikers they have. And that's what we're looking for. Balls over the top, and it's Sesko. Looks around the keeper. He's going to get back, but a good block by Skriniar. Very close there. And that's how the highlight ends. Why, Football Manager? Why? What did I do to you? What, they see me on a really good run and be like, no. We can't be having any of that. Every single one of your defenders now has to get injured. Tellez now with a red injury. Bergman Johannesson's going to come in. At least we have a good replacement for him. But we can't keep losing players. And it looks like we're going to go into halftime 0-0. Inter picked it up a little bit towards the end of that half, but we were still the better team. We probably should have scored. We need to take our chances if we're going to get a good result here. Like, you can only hold Inter down for so long. Like, with their quality, eventually they're going to create some good chances, and they're pretty likely to take it, so we really need to start taking ours. We can very much win this match. Keep up the hard work, and the result will come. Overall, for that first half, I'm both pleased and a little disappointed. I thought we played very well, but we didn't punctuate our advantage with a goal. You have to do that in these kind of matches. Inter are going to have chances in the second half, and they have great quality in attack. So we're going to have to be even better in this second half. 67 minutes in, it's been a very slow start. Neither team has had a shot this half. But we're looking like we're going to try to get our first. Pedro Gonçalves is going to have a chance. I don't know if that was blocked or saved, but eventually it's going to go to Alexander Isak. And Bergman Johansson, professional foul. That looked a little dangerous. And now we have another highlight, though. Just a few seconds later, it's going to be headed back to Novistich. He's probably going to look to go long, but he's not, actually. He's going to go to Ruan. Franjic going to kind of run with the ball, getting forward. He's going to find Ampadu. Back to Franjic. I think Ampadu's done all right. Obviously, he's played a 6.3, which isn't ideal, but I haven't seen him do anything wrong. Gonçalves. Gotta be better there. That is not 17 finishing. That's 7 finishing. And it's going to continue. The highlights are continuing. DK is going to find Sesko. Sesko going to look to lob the keeper, but he hits the crossbar. We've had a lot of chances here in the last couple minutes. All right, 80 minutes in. Inter still yet to have a shot. Oh, no, they had one shot. Okay. I'll give them credit. They had one shot. We've been really good defensively the second half, though. This tactic, so far at least, seems to be working. Subs need to be made, though. Ampadu's gone back up to a 6.5, so I'm going to keep him out there. Gonçalves, Polina's on a yellow. That's kind of worrying, as is Franjic. Gonçalves is pretty tired, and he's apprehensive, and he's not playing well. So even though Polina's on a yellow, I think I'm going to keep him out there. We don't have anyone as good defensively available for us, so I kind of want to keep Polina out there. Gonçalves, though, I think we could take him off, and I'm actually going to bring on Sensi, just for set pieces. We don't have Tellez as set pieces anymore, so I want Sensi's, and I'm actually going to, do I? What would be better, Sensi is the roaming playmaker and Tabata's a Mazzala, or the other way around? I think Tabata's better than Sensi at both roles, but of the two, I'll make Sensi the roaming playmaker. He's got a little bit better passing. Tabata should be pretty good at this Mazzala role. We just can't concede right now. We've played so well for 80 minutes. We just need to keep it up for another 10. 87th minute. This might be one of the last highlights, and it looks like it's going to be Inter's first of the half. But no, Sensi, very good interception. And we're going to look to build from the back. Franjic on the ball. Is going to find Ampadu. Done a decent job at right back. That's a very good ball to Sesko. And he takes it. That is huge. Surely that's going to be it. Now they have to have 2. Sesko's had quite a few chances this match, especially the second half. He hadn't taken them until then. Ampadu, playing as a right wing back, gets the assist. And a very good finish by Sesko. A ball over the top. They're going to be pushing high, trying to get that goal. And we made them pay. And it looks like the game is going to end 1-0 to Sporting. And we top the group for 3 times out of 4 years. Pretty good. Pretty good. That was a really good performance as well. Away from home, we were not very good. I mean, from what I've seen so far of this tactic, it's looked pretty good. They didn't really create much. Our 3 center backs all played well. Ampadu with a 7.5 at right wing back, which he doesn't know. And yeah, some pretty good performances. I'm pretty happy with that. Very, very well done today. That was an excellent win. I am proud of all your performances. They have a lot of great attacking talent. And I think defensively, we did a tremendous job keeping them quiet. Going forward, though, we probably need to take a few more of those chances. I'm glad we finally got one in the end, but in this competition, you have to be more clinical. Can you talk about your reaction to Benjamin Sesko's late goal? I was pleased because we deserved that goal. Do you have any news on Alex Tellez' injury? I mean, that's usually, when they say that, usually it's bad. Fractured lower arm. He might be able to play through it. I don't know if I'll make him, though. We have quite a few decent left backs. If there's any position we could probably afford of injury, that might be it. Still, not ideal. We need to see how things go. I really don't know right now. Could be anything. Even a fractured lower arm. Good win, though. 1-0. I mean, again, it's not a dominant victory, but the performance was pretty dominant. and we top the group. One of the easiest groups we've had, but still, Inter are very good. So that's a pretty good accomplishment. Sesko gets man of the match. He finally took his chance in the end and got the goal. He also won 16 headers. That's pretty good. But I do think Sesko probably should have had at least another. Like, he played really well. He just wasn't the most clinical in front of goal, but I mean, with what he's shown us, I think he can still be. Like, I don't doubt him at all. He's very good. Just needs to be a little bit better against teams of that kind of quality. He wasn't great last year in those situations. He's been really good this year, even better than any years past. So hopefully he has a better Champions League season. I haven't looked at this Tellez injury. I'm assuming with the fractured lower arm, I'm pretty sure usually you can play through that, but I probably won't make him. It's probably going to be out about a month or so, month and a half maybe. Month and a half, fractured lower arm. He can play through it, but I mean, left back options. Like, I'm not going to be using this that often, really only for big Champions League matches. We've got Bergman Johannesson. We've got Bergantia. We've got Marsa. I think we've got Nuno Santos can play there. I thought we had one more. Riven Niera, another option at left back. So even though he's a good player and he would be a big miss, I don't like making players play through injuries. They just never seem to play quite as well, and their fitness is always like really poor. So I'm not going to make him play through it. I'm going to send him to the specialist. And we'll miss him, but he should still be back for the knockouts. I think he will be, and that's what's most important. All right, when are those games going to be, and who are we going to get it against, I wonder? Can we actually see, are all the groups done? That's one thing I need to check. Stages and group stage, all groups. Looks like they are. So the team's through. Liverpool win their group. Juventus finish second. Man City win their group, PSV second, so PSV, a team we could face that I definitely would feel confident against. Not Juventus or Barcelona. Milan win their group, Barcelona second. Bayern win their group, Monaco second. I'd like that. Benfica fall out after they won their group last year. They did have a pretty easy group. They probably still should be beating Monaco, though. That's not a very good result for them, but at least they're still in the Europa League. Leipzig top their group, PSG second. Are you kidding me? That's who we're going to get, isn't it? Man United win their group, no surprise, won every single game. Atalanta finished second. I'd be okay against Atalanta. Atletico Madrid, bottom of the group. Wow. Real Madrid win their group. Arsenal second. I mean, day one Arsenal, like the first day of a save Arsenal, I'd feel pretty confident, but they always develop to be a really good team, so don't feel great about that. Dortmund go to the Europa League, and obviously in our group, we go through Inter in second place. So the teams I feel okay getting, Atalanta, Monaco, PSV. That's who I'm shooting for. When is the draw? The 14th. So not for a little bit. Pretty sure we have a game before that. We do. 12th with more in. So terms, I think isn't it in February? I'm pretty sure it's right there, February. So we've got a while till that game. There's not a whole lot of huge league games either. Like, we probably will have a Taça de Portugal match in here. We are playing Aruca in the 5th round, but I don't know if I need to show that. Braga Portimonense actually might not be a bad place. They're both pretty decent teams, 3rd and 5th. I might do that, because after that, Rio Ave are not having a good season this year. Santa Clara aren't good. Praia aren't good. Vizela aren't good. Maritimo's decent. Famalicão's decent, but yeah. That gets us to play 4 games. I think that's fine. It gives us, fair few games before the Champions League, but league matches are going to be really important, especially if we're going to look to, go unbeaten again. So next episode, I think it's going to be Braga and Portimonense, unless something changes. So that's what to expect. But that's going to be the end of this episode. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.